.143.
.143.
Accosting or intimidating another.
Accosting or intimidating another.
Obstructing pedestrian or vehicular traffic.
Obstructing pedestrian or vehicular traffic.
A. It shall be unlawful and an offense to accost another, intimidate another, or obstruct pedestrian or vehicular traffic. We have taken measures to ensure that we are not obstructing.
Yes, so guys, we might want to get out of the road.
I'm just going to go over the relevant sections because this is too long. For the purposes of this section, obstruct pedestrian or vehicular traffic means to walk, stand, sit, or lie. Or place an object in such a manner as to block the passage of another person, which such other person has a right to make or to take any sudden or abrupt action so as to require another person or the driver of a vehicle to take sudden and abrupt evasive action to avoid physical contact. I do not see anything in violation of that here.
Do we all understand what that means?
Is it clear?
We now have 9
everyone
police
clear?
officers here. We're going over the regulations because of Don Redmond, councilman for Jacksonville.
Sidewalks to come to work.
Handed this paperwork out.
Blocking the sidewalk and people have to try to go around us. That's blocking the sidewalk. That's in violation of this.
And it's also clear sudden and abrupt evasive action. That doesn't mean I see you 20 feet ahead of me and so I'm walking slightly to the left.
Guys, can we get out of the road, please?
Like, are we less important than anyone else in the city? If there's a real crime going on and they need more police officers,
It shall be unlawful
I didn't talk about anything like specifically, but
within the urban core enhancement area. After having been informed by a police officer. That the following conduct is in violation. Of a city ordinance. And having been furnished by such police officer. A card or other information sheet. Showing the locations of transient and or homeless shelters. To engage in the following conduct. Sleep, camp, lodge, or lie. On any sidewalk. Highway, street, roadway. Parking lot. Park or picnic grounds. Or other public or semi-public area.
Don Redmond is still hanging around, talking to whoever he can.
Plaza or common area. Just a moment ago, we resolved the issue of anybody sleeping in this area. And there's nobody lying down. Is everyone clear on what that means?
Is there any definition in there of what camp is?
That's what we just... Oh, yeah, there is. We're getting to it. Oh, okay. This also covers soliciting, begging, and approaching people in an aggressive manner, which I don't think applies to us either.
Redmond was trying to intimidate him.
Yeah, Redmond said we have like a clear ACLU.
Well, he's allowed to
that says
intimidate in that way.
we can even accept donations, even, and so without saying the opposite. So.
All right. Section I, approaching or speaking to a person,
Section I, approaching or speaking to a person,
or following a person before, during, or after,
or following a person before, during, or after,
soliciting or begging, if that conduct is intended or likely to cause
if that conduct is intended or likely to cause
a reasonable person to fear bodily harm, be intimidated, blah, blah, blah. Irrelevant to us. Now, here's the important part. Camp or camping means either sleeping or otherwise being in a temporary shelter out of doors, sleeping out of doors, or cooking over an open flame out of doors. It then goes on to explain exceptions such as tailgating and picnicking. That may be interpreted that way too, but in any case, the only ambiguity here is temporary shelter. Now, whether it's a tarp that we put over belongings and not our bodies, is a temporary shelter, is apparently what's open for interpretation. Yeah. Lodge or lodging means to live or reside in a place temporarily or permanently. No one has been out here for more than about 12 hours at a time, I think.
So we're good.
I think that seems pretty clear to me. So, yeah, it's harassment, and we're complying with the law, and it looks like...
Mr. Redmond has left the...
Yes, Councilman Don Redmond has left.